you've been attacking crypto for a long time, and when the China mining news came out, the crackdown, you were like, "Look, I told you guys so." So Bitcoin's still on your radar. You think the crackdown will continue?
Yes. Again, we were very positive with Bitcoin. We go back to, I think it was June 2020. It was around $10,000. We said when it breaks over 10,000, it's going to spike. But we kept saying over and over and over, it's a very volatile market because the more governments crack down on it, the lower the prices are going to go. Because the governments are going to go digital, just like, as you mentioned, China. I want to know every penny you spent, where you spent it, how you spent it, what you spent it on, so they can get their tax money. Because people in government and the bureaucrats, they don't work for a living. They're in the system, so they need the money. So they're gonna go digital. Every nation is going digital. At some point, when they go digital, the cryptos go down as we see it. But that doesn't, and again, our breakout point, we have a breakout point for Bitcoin. If it goes below 25,000, you can see it going to 10. And the way we see it is they're going to start doing away with all the currencies and coming up with new names for them, and they're all going to be digital. They're going to be digital. We're getting rid of them dirty dollars. You don't want to touch that crap, so we're going digital. Now they'll know every penny that you spent, where you spent it, who you gave it, on and on and on. So the politicians, politics, got it? Politics, many ticks, could suck that money out of you. Do you think any of these people, these politicians that are closing down every place, give a damn about the people that are losing their jobs when they don't have to worry about anything because they steal our money in the name of taxes and they get their benefits, they get their money coming in, they have their health care, they got their pensions. So they're going to go digital. So now let's put it all together. We're looking at what happened and why it happened. So when they began the COVID war, they locked down everything, stay at home, you can't go to work, but hey, here's some cheap money for you. Here, go on. Shut up, here's some money. You got a business here, we're gonna give you money. Oh, we're gonna print, we're gonna go to zero in negative interest rates. Well, they stayed on negative interest rates, what, in Europe for how many years? Oh, only 8? In the United States, zero interest rate policy. The market should have crashed in 2020. No, we had a real estate boom. They're going to do anything they can to control our lives. So in the United States, what do you have? You have inflation rate, it's what, 7.1? And you have what, a 4.5, 5? You're still in negative territory. So here's what they're going to do. This is going to be the year we believe that we're going to start seeing going from dirty cash to digital trash. They're going to make up something new. And that's the way they're going to get out of this thing. Look at the United States, just passed what, a $1.7 trillion budget when you have a $30.1 trillion deficit? They're going to make something up. Here, the Russians just hacked our banking system. You can't get your money out, but don't worry about it. We're coming up with a new currency. They'll make up anything. They didn't teach me about zero and negative interest rate policy in Economics 101 at graduate school. I mean, how long is they doing this? Again, the bigs are getting the money for free. They're gambling like crazy. So now when interest rates, go back to 2018, when you had Trump pushing Jerome Powell to lower interest rates. This is before the COVID war started, because the markets were going down as interest rates were going up. Remember that. So now they're lying about that we're not going to raise interest rates. Inflation isn't going up because when interest rates go up, the housing market goes down. Oh, the mortgage rates are now back down to February lows. And now people are refinancing and buying again. When the mortgage rates go up, when interest rates go up, the gambling game stops and this whole thing collapses. Everybody knows it. It depends on what they do with interest rates. And I don't believe a word that they say. And the reason I don't believe a word that Powell or Yellen yells out is by their deeds you shall know them. So let's go back to 2021 as inflation is skyrocketing, and they come out with all the arrogance that, no, this isn't inflation, it's only temporary. And as inflation keeps going and going, well, no, it's not temporary, but it's transitory. So the numbers are rigged. So going back to what are they going to do? And you can't believe anything that they're saying, as I see it, because of the lies or ignorance that they've said before.
What do we expect for 2023 with CBDCs?
Continuing. Again, they're going to go, all of them are going to go digital. They're going to use this as an excuse to come up with a new currency. And the bottom line is that they have all this debt and they got to wash it out with a new currency. And number two, and most importantly, with a digital currency, they know every penny that you spent, where you spent it, what you spent it on. So they even have more and more control over you, but most importantly, they get every penny from you in tax dollars, because these politicians don't work. All they do is have a lifetime job of playing politics. They don't have real jobs. And all the bureaucrats that they have, all their buddies, all their friends, all the things they create, they want to keep that going. So now when they could get all your tax dollars, that's all they are interested in. I mean, you know, they'll do anything. Again, I don't call it a government, by the way. I call it a crime syndicate. And by their deeds you shall know them. They're murderers and thieves. What America used to be. These were hardworking people that lived a life, were able to buy homes, middle class. It's gone. We got, you look at, as I call them, the repulsive kids and the dumbo-craps in America. And what do you, there's no other voices. They're disgusted with the criminal groups running the show. And that's what we have, murderers and thieves. Not a war they don't love, and not a too big they don't love to bail out. Look where all this money went. It went to the bigs. All the numbers are there. We got peanuts. Here, go shut up. Go on. Stay home. Go on. I'm proud to be an American. I was born to be free, and now I'm having these little jerks telling me what to do and how to do it as they're stealing my money in front of my eyes and giving it to the criminal groups that have been charged with felonies, convicted of them, and they don't go to jail. They get a slap on the wrist. Fine, that's not my America.